We're gonna open it up with Linnea playing some songs.
This is In the City. We're the corgis in the doorstop. Dark-haired girls, bleached half blonde. We're the soulmates, making mistakes. We are gods. We're the mirrors on the king-size bed. Molten planets, twinkling rust red. We're the clickbait, shaking heartache. We are stars. Do-do-do-do-do. Come up and see what you want. 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 'Cause the night is young. There's an open door to a city's floor. We're the baby-faced half-mast, hooded flowers over dark mesh. We're the windows in the distance. We're so gone. We're two songs bleeding at a time. Cry, cry, cry on the building behind. We're the sunlight after midnight, getting stoned. Come up and see what you want. 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 'Cause the night is young. There's an open door to a city's floor. Come up and see what you want till the morning comes. There's an open door because the city's ours. That was In the City by Linnea's Garden. If you want to hear the version featuring Carissa Johnson, you should look it up on Spotify. In the City by Linnea's Garden, featuring Carissa Johnson. Hey!
That was great.
You want to hear another one?
Please, please.
All right. This is a pretty new song. It's called Chaotic Bisexual Summer. Before you were a blushing bride, you were my hot lesbian ride. Like wizards at the lizard, we scissored in the blizzard. And when we spoke, you said I thought you'd offer me coke. But this is so much better. Playful promises and a kiss on the lips get me wetter. Investigators undercover, physical dimension discovered, turning my friends into lovers. This can be chaotic, chaotic bisexual summer, 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 summer. The winter of my sordid dreams, I came so hard, you made me scream. You wouldn't kiss him, but you took him in between your lips with me. And like a present to unwrap, you watched as I put on the strap. A golden chalice, impenetrable palace. You can touch it, you can suck it, but don't even think of fucking it. Investigators undercover, physical dimension discovered, bisexual summer, 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 chaotic bisexual summer, summer. So many nights at the bar, you're thinking twice, you think you know just who you are, reaching a hand in the dark. My head's in the gutter, but I can see so many stars. Investigators undercover, physical dimension discovered. Have you seen my bassist and drummer? We could be chaotic, chaotic bisexual summer. Summer, chaotic bisexual summer. Summer. Investigators undercover, physical dimension discovered. Turning my friends into lovers. This could be chaotic, chaotic bisexual. Investigators undercover, physical dimension discovered. Turning my friends into lovers. This could be chaotic. This could be chaotic.
Man,
Do you want to hear another one?
Please.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this one Linnea's Garden recorded pretty recently, and it'll be part of our EP coming out in the fall. It's called Comeback.
This is on character.
Character arcs.
Yes.
Alright. Sewing a stitch in my right, retouched and running all night. Oops. Just a twitch of the eye. That pent up visceral fight. Living in hours too late. Collective consciousness way. Last calls and long hours restraint. Enthrall and mouthing all the words. You perfect. With a mouth open wide like a game. Don't you know that? You were made for the stage and there, but there we go.
All hail, that was fantastic. Yay, Linnea from Linnea's Garden. This is Linnea from
That's
Linnea's
me.
Garden.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Those were great songs.
Put that
like,
here.
really great.
Thank you. It's always interesting, going from the electric guitar full band to figuring it out on acoustic. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, have a refreshing beverage.
Always grateful for the opportunity to learn new things.
So the full tour of the studio, as you can see, we have the almost exact same angle.
Nice.
That's what we get left with when we have a show in front of us.
Nice.
This is the outside angle.
Oh!
So if you're parked across the street, or maybe
Heyo.
maybe you were over here at Vitality Bowls, right?
I wonder what that is. I wonder what Vitality Bowls are. I think my definition of what a Vitality Bowl might be different from the next person's definition of a Vitality Bowl, depending on who the next person is.
Legalize it.
Yes.
And then we got, this is my friend's show, which was on just prior to this, is Noir History, hosted by Alan Converse. God bless his soul. He's teaching at Cambridge Community Adult Education. Look him up. Converse is his last name, and he's doing shows. He's doing teaching there. I'm Austin Rutledge. Welcome to the Storrow Drive Nighthawk show. Thanks for coming on, Linnea. Definitely wanted to interview you for a while now.
Yeah, happy to be here. Love the CCTV shows, so I've had some really good times. I mean, I think right in this very studio, if I remember right.
And can you remember who you were here with?
Well, Tracy Chevrolet and British Jack painting leopard print butt plugs in promotion of my old band Power Slut song, Leopard Print Butt Plug.
Maybe we'll have to add that to your set list.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Shout out to your guitar player, John Flagg, is it?
Bragg.
John Bragg. So, viewers at home, we just want to get to know you a little bit better. You live here in the Boston area.
I do. I live in Union Square, Somerville, where the Green Line is not on fire today, but it is extremely slow. But it's great.
Does
it's
the
great.
Green Line go to...
It does
Somerville?
now, my friend.
No kidding. Wow. Huh. I thought it was the blue or the red.
Well, now it's the green.
Wow, the green,
So,
huh?
yeah, it's here. It's great. Yeah,
And you take the tea a lot?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the way it goes into the tunnels around Kendall.
The MGH, the view never gets old. I'm telling you.
I agree.
I've been in Boston since I was 18, and it never gets old.
When you're on the BU bridge especially, right?
Yeah.
And you're like,
exactly.
well, let's see how the weather is today, you know?
Everyone looks up for their phones for 0.5 seconds there. It's good.
Yeah. And I guess you can see the jail, where the jail used to be near the Mass General.
Oh.
Yeah, there used to be a
that's
jail
right.
there. And when it was active in the 80s, I think, when I was a little kid, I would be on there and looking down into the jail. Literally, there'd be people, in that jail playing basketball over the wall there.
Oh, wow. But it's not there anymore.
They must have. I don't know exactly what's there. I don't live in Boston proper that much anymore. Does anybody know what happened to that jail? I think that's apartments now or something, probably.
Condos are their own sort of jail, so.
Ooh, yeah. And I also Leonard Nimoy, the guy that played Spock.
Oh, yeah.
He grew up in that area. He lived right next to the Mass General. And I remember, Leonard Nimoy used to grew up here. All right, so speaking of Boston, it's my understanding you hail from the Twin Cities.
Yes.
Tell-
St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a really cool place to grow up. You still hear the echoes of the punk scene that was back with the Replacements, Husker Du,
Two of my all-time favorite bands.
Babes in Toyland. There's just a lot of roots of punk rock there.
Well,
And
Prince as well.
Prince, yeah,
And
of
the
course.
Time.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Visit Paisley Park if you're ever in the Twin Cities. It's a little drive, but it's totally worth it.
Wow.
To see Prince where he lived and recorded. And I got emotional visiting it for the first time. Like, it was a little emotional.
I'm getting emotional now just talking about it.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was after he passed away that you visited?
Yeah, I went back. Well, I try to go back in the summer because the winter there is really rough. So, yeah, if I'm visiting family, I'll go in the summer. And we were lucky enough this time. We just got back, picked up a couple shows there, and made some new friends. And it's just been a really good time. Yeah.
Unbelievable. The number of gigs you get, and great gigs as well. You know, I honestly think you're going to get your due. You know, the hard work you're putting in is, you know, I consider you one of the biggest stars in Boston.
Oh,
if not maybe
you.
The biggest.
I mean, we do it because we like to do it. It's like playing the shows is its own reward.
Well, you're out there, you know, playing like Comeback, you know, and these great songs of yours.
Thank you.
These originals.
Yeah, it's really fun working with Hans and Ray this past few months. Like, it's been really awesome. Like, yeah, I'm just really excited about this project, where it's going.
And when's this EP that you recorded at New Alliance? When do you think that could be, something people can purchase?
So we'll be rolling out singles starting in September. So yeah, keep yourself up to date. You know, I should plug the socials, even though it like hurts my soul a little bit to do it. But follow us on Instagram, like Linnea's Garden Band. You can see exactly when the EP will come out.
I mean, Bandcamp.
I don't know if I'm ready
right?
to.
Are you on Bandcamp? And
we are on Bandcamp. I synced it so that our shows show up on Bandcamp, as long as you know the creepy web crawler picks them up, or I'm creepy enough to enter them in. There's so many plugins. Like, it's so much work. It's so funny. It's like, you think like, oh, leading a band, like, it's great. You get to perform. You get to, like, you know, rehearse. You get to write. Yeah, that's the fun part. The bad part is everything else.
Well, you're
promote, social media.
You know, you're working your job, and then you're trying to fit in the spare time that you have, you know, recordings or you know, gigging and traveling. I guess tomorrow you're going to be in New York City.
Yeah, we're playing the Rockaway Music Festival, so that'll be fun. We're going to do 2 sets that night, so it's going to be long drive and then, you know, play. We'll do 7:30 p.m. at the Rockaway Bazaar on 97th Street. I have not been. It looks like a good time. I Googled the spot. It looks pretty hip and happening. Praying for good weather here, but who knows? It's covered.
That's in Queens, apparently.
And then also in Queens, this is a 10-minute drive from that spot. The Rockaway Brewing Company is having an after party for this event, and we will be headlining about 11. So, yeah, I don't know if we have any New York listeners, but yeah, if you find yourself in the area, check it out.
Man, I wish I could go to those shows. I suppose I could. What am I? Yeah, I don't have too much on tap tomorrow. Maybe I'll have to be a groupie.
Nice. We welcome all groupies. And then Saturday night we're in P-Town, actually.
You were saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Let's just say, like, P-Town's like one of my favorite spots ever. Like, it's just so much fun.
What's the venue?
It's called the Way Downtown.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, we put on a very long show there, though. It's 2 sets, so basically we're playing our entire catalog that we know.
Good.
Which is most of the songs. But it's a challenge.
You could like do an 8-minute version of Louie Louie or something.
I know, right? No, I have enough songs where it's like, we don't have to do a cover. It's, you know, it's not out of the question, but yeah, we try not to.
Well, I mean, for a live band to be able to just like, you know, be able to do, did you say 2 hours?
It's about that long. Maybe like with a break in between, so a little less than that.
And you do like kind of these punk little anthem-y songs. Does anybody ever tell you guys that sound a little like Gang of Four?
I have heard that, yeah.
You know, with that cool kind of staccato guitar that you play.
I've heard that.
You have a very original, distinctive guitar playing style, and like the stuff you play while you're singing on stage, you know, moving around at the same time. I mean, these are all like, you know, this is. You're not just like, you know, strumming like little chords. You're fucking rocking. You know, you got fast fingers. You got strong arms.
Yeah, that was my COVID project. But I will say, like, I don't always hit the right note when I'm moving around. But I figure it's better to look cool and hit the wrong note than to like look terrible and hit the right note.
Or just like I said, like you could just be playing Wonderwall or just these stupid little chords that are like the super easy. It's like
it's more fun to play shows
that.
if you're like not stumbling over the notes as much. Like I remember I used to have like one or two little riffs with Power Sled, and like I'd just agonize, and then half the time I wouldn't even get it right, and it's like because I just didn't know the fretboard. But you know, I put some time when there was no shows going on in COVID. It's like, well, I got no excuse now. Like, I have time to get a little better at lead guitar. So
I think you're
that
awesome.
was, like, huge change I wanted to make. And, you know, I'm still... You never really get there with music. It's like, Hans likes to say, music is an endless ocean. And then I added another part to that. Just when you think you got somewhere, the weather changed.
Interesting. Well, as long as you're not taking one of those special submarines underwater.
Oh, God. That sounds bad. Yeah.
So you mentioned Hans O.D., and he was invited. I kind of vigorously wanted him to be on, but, you know, he's a busy person.
Shout out to Hans.
Right, Hans.
You told
Hans
me
O.D.
to do that, right?
Yes, well, why not? You know, he's, key member of your band, and it's a 3-piece. I even got to meet Hans, I don't know, a month or so ago at a party.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I remember telling him that I thought he was an awesome drummer. Because initially I would see footage of you guys playing and be him on drums, and I used to play drums specifically,
Nice.
and so I can tell who's got chops, and it's just like, wow, it's super. If there's one thing about Linnea's Garden is that it's a super tight kind of band, like all 3 instruments are all pretty important,
It's so funny. We kept getting that comment, but it always felt like we were riding the rails, but in a good way, because it's like, that's when the magic starts to happen. But yeah, I would say drums was Hans' COVID project. And, it was really cool. Like, the whole thing was really cool.
I think he's a great person to have in your band because he's got that knowledge of the rhythm already.
Yeah, so many gaps that I don't have as a songwriter that he can fill,
Yeah. Before we went on air, though, a few of my fans were saying, "Who is this Hans O.D.? What does O.D. stand for?"
That's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But it's not like Tommy O'Deed or anything like that.
No.
Okay. So let's see where you grew up. You said in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Indeed.
Boy, those the winters in St. Paul must be a lot rougher. Did you go to the Skyway?
Yes.
Have you ever been to the Skyway out there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a replacement song. Love that band. So the winters there, because I had family members that spent time there. Apparently they're even stronger. They're even more harsh.
Yeah.
Than here.
Yeah, you basically, can't do anything.
Like a dusting is like 2 feet.
Yeah, it's like, they won't even ever cancel school either. Like, growing up, it was like, it had to be like, 4 feet of snow or something for school to get canceled. Like, it was ridiculous. Right. I think my school took great pride in not canceling when other schools did, We're tougher.
Well, that's quite a background, though. So let's see, what brought you to Boston?
School. More school. I have been to a million years of school to be a scientist, and now I'm a scientist. It's great.
Uh-huh. And did you go to school in Waltham? Is that what I remember hearing on
I
the
was
Steve
at
Ricardo show?
Brandeis. Yeah.
Wow, Brandeis. I spent time at Brandeis. They used to have something called The Joint, where live bands would play.
Cool.
On the radio. They have a radio station there.
Yeah.
So my friends used to DJ, and we used to do gigs there. Shout out to The Joint. WBRS, was it?
That sounds right.
I think it was BRS. Yeah. I got live recordings from there. So Brandon, what a great school, though. That's like...
it was really awesome.
It's kind of an Ivy League, just, pretty much an Ivy League school. That's what I've always heard. That's what I've always heard. I think the host of the show before this actually also went to Brandeis. Let's see. So I got other questions here. We are running low on time. We have a minute and a half left.
Oh, okay. Fast forward. Round.
Yeah. Let's go right to the upcoming shows, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Anything
we are playing a lot of out-of-town shows.
Linnea's Garden. Look up Linnea's Garden. Linnea ', I believe.
Yeah, that's it.
Garden. Okay.
.com. I bought the domain name, so... but yeah, I really want to plug July 21st at the Lily Pad. We're playing with touring band Odysseys from Chicago. They're really great. They just put out a new EP. It's going to be a great show.
Sorry.
And then our other local show this summer is August 14th at O'Brien's, also with a touring band, Drama Dolls. We played with them in P-Town last year. They are great fun. And Hammered Saint is also on the bill. I'm super excited to play with them.
That band's cool.
Yeah, that band's really cool. So.
Andy Excuse on playing in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my old drummer, Mark, is also in that band.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I'll have to go to that. That's at O'Brien's August 17th?
14th.
14th.
It's a Monday, but it's worth staying out on a Monday, trust me.
Even though we only have 30 seconds left, hey, what's up, Barbara? Thanks to Cambridge for watching. Lily Pad in Cambridge? Did you
Lily
mention
Pad,
that?
Inman Square.
Is that just you solo? Or
No,
is
a
it the
full band, July 21st, with Odysseys and the Valley.
Guys,
yeah.
Get out and see this woman's bands. You know, come on, COVID's over now. You got no excuse, man. You know, just like, you know, get a babysitter, you know, take the night out. Take the night out and enjoy yourselves. Linnea's Garden. This is the one and only Linnea.
Thank you, Austin.
So happy to have her on. Woo woo.
I feel like I never know where to look, but the camera's right there.
That's right. That's
so
right.
funny.
This has been the